Hey guys, it's Andy from Forest City Coins. That's Third Greenham on the CGC boards. If you need to write us an email, the email is forestcitycoins@gmail.com. We're also on eBay, always selling, and the username on eBay is Forest City Coins, all one word, all lowercase. So we got another batch of CGC books that I wanted to showcase. The first one here is very modern. It just came out. It's Darth Maul #1. The original one that they issued has just Darth Maul on the cover, but this is the action figure variant that John Tyler Christopher did up for Wonderworld Comics. So they had commissioned Marvel to have this special cover. It looks like a 3-pack mail away. I think that these are very, very cool. I believe it's the third different 3-pack mail away that Wonderworld has done, and yeah, it's another home run from John Tyler Christopher. Now this is the same book, Darth Maul #1, but actually it's the exclusive from JTC with Darth Sidious on the cover. And I think the mintage, or sorry, the printing for this was limited to 3,000 made, so it's quite desirable being such a low number. So Darth Maul #1, 9.8. You can't get any better than this one. Here's another cool book. This is Catwoman #51. It's a gorgeous Adam Hughes cover. The neat thing about this and what makes it so popular is the number that she's holding up is actually the numbers from the TV show Lost. And so the fans of that show will get this, and so because of that, this is a very desirable book. 9.8 white pages. I think it goes for $300 or $400. So yeah, it's a real cool book. Here's a nice Bronze Age book in decent shape. It's an old label, CGC 9.2, Avengers #100. It's a great looking Barry Windsor Smith cover with the whole team running at us, charging. Mighty 100th issue of all. So something like this is really cool for the old school collector who likes high grade books. Here's a book that I bought very recently, and when I saw it, I thought, oh geez, I've got to have it. Nice good girl art. Bruce Gentry #1. It's got a couple of guys fighting in the background, but obviously the main attraction is the girl in the foreground. I don't see any notes as to who the cover artist is, but you know, it's a pretty decent looking book. Obviously high grade for when it was issued, 1948, and came out from 4-star. CGC 7.5. So yeah, as I said, this is a pretty darn cool book. Here's another book that I'm very proud to own, from 1944, American Air Force's #2. So this shows Tojo in the foreground here, and Uncle Sam in the background, and all the airplanes. So that's the U.S. Air Force surrounding Tojo, and Tojo's obviously having a fit. He doesn't like it. So a bit of propaganda from the U.S., but probably well deserved. And it looks like they're doing a number on old Tojo there. So this is a classic cover, and very desirable. Nice grade of 8.0 for this old book from 1944. And I'm a big Archie fan, so that's why I bought this book, Archie Comics #3. This early doesn't show up very often. This is from the summer of 1943. It's amazing how he looks these days and how he was originally drawn way back in the day. It would, you know, I can't get over how two beautiful girls are fighting over this guy, you know, because they didn't draw him like a handsome man or anything like that. Red hair and freckles, and he really looks goofy looking. But anyway, it turned out to be a massive hit, as you know. Archie Comics #3, CGC 1.8. And so with that 3, I also bought a #5. This this is a great Halloween cover with goofy looking Archie there, gorgeous Betty and Veronica, and goofy looking Jughead in the corner. Um, you know, these kind of books don't show up very often, so when I saw them, I paid pretty much full retail for it, but I'm happy to own them. They're classic books that are always going to be desirable. And I probably should have shown this one just before the number 5. So this is number 4. So I just bought number 3, 4, and 5, and still need number 1 and 2. So if you've got one, don't feel ashamed or shy to reach out and give me a call. This one, Archie number 4, it's a CGC 2.5. It's got a little bit of tape on the spine. It's got a couple of small chunks out of the top corner, but it's again, it's 1943, very early Archie, and he's not looking as goofy as he did on the previous 2 covers, but he's looks like the cover is talking about his new radio show on the Blue Network, which turned out to be ABC. So this is kind of interesting, and promoting through comic books the radio show that's coming out. So here's a wonderful Matt Baker cover, Phantom Lady number 15. It's gorgeous. Any of this Phantom Lady run are super desirable by anybody who collects the Good Girl art. And here we've got one. I actually had a CGC 5.5 that I sold, I think, a couple months ago for $1,100. So this is I ended up having the good fortune of finding another one, and so I snatched it up immediately. Yeah, this is just a great cover, and you know, highly desirable fox. Sticking with the Matt Baker theme, we've got Cinderella Love number 26. This is from St. John in 1955, and it says last pre-code issue. You can see why this artist is so coveted. I mean, the way that he draws, his women, they're just so lifelike and just beautiful. So everybody that follows the Good Girl art or the romance, they see anything Matt Baker, and they just have to have it. So this is another pretty scarce comic, Cinderella Love 26, CGC 4.5. Here's another Golden Age book. This is Shield Wizard Comics number 5. Very nice grade of 6.5. Looks like World War II Nazi cover and bondage. It's got this guy tied up on the top right there. This is from 1941. So yeah, right around the U.S. hadn't joined the World War II yet, but right around the height of we're just getting into the big fighting of World War II. So this is showing the superheroes fighting the Nazis and winning the game. This is a very cool war book, and highly desired by many. Here's another Bronze Age book, X-Men 94. You guys are probably familiar with this, CGC 7.5, and this is the first new team. Wolverine is in this book, and that's probably the main reason why this one is so expensive. It's mostly due to this new character called Wolverine joining the X-Men, and so this book is piping hot. This is going to be our last book of the video for this video, Silver Age, Amazing Spider-Man number 4, CGC 2.5. This is a classic book, came out in 1963 and introduced the villain called the Sandman. And pretty neat how they drew the cover with the 4 panels. They had done that before, but you know, they're just playing around with that, and yeah, it's obviously very desirable book, early and key issue. So there you have it. That's the group of CGC graded books that we're going to show you this time. I hope you can leave some comments about if you like the video or if you have any suggestions on how we can make it better. If you want to reach out, all these books that I'm showing are always going to be for sale. I tend to sell my books pretty quickly, so if there is something that you like, try to reach out sooner than later. So you'll find us on the internet, www.forestcitycoins.com, and Andy Greenham, third Greenham on the CGC boards. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you real soon.